Like, share, subscribe, salute to everybody. It's 9 o'clock. It's West Coast time, 9 o'clock. We here. Just another day. Just another day that the Lord He has kept me. Just another day that the Lord has kept me. He has kept me from all. Yeah, just another day. Hey, it's just another day. We know we got two games today, and you know MVP has been came out. Jokic won MVP. I know a lot of people pissed about that or whatever the case might be. Um, we had two good games yesterday. We got Miami that bounced back, tied it up at 2. Then we got the Suns and the Mavericks. The Mavericks even up that series. Then we got two games pivotal for Game 4 today, Milwaukee versus Boston, and then we got Grizzlies going to be playing the Warriors in the late game tonight. I want to say also there was a death this past weekend. Rest in peace to Adrian Penn, Michigan State star. He was 31, who passed, everything like that, and prayers out to his family and his loved ones. Um, I got the alert really late, but hey, it nevertheless, um, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. You know, yesterday was Mother's Day and everything like that. Shout out to the mothers, the real mothers out there and everything like that. So, and it's been the man Kevin Samuels, you know, he passed and everything like that. So, um, it's just been, then we had a weekend, of course. We're gonna see how the Warriors gonna play Memphis. Ja Morant's not gonna play, I don't think. Um, but um, it's just hard for me to really assess what's really going on because they try to make, I don't know what's going on there, you know, with his injuries and some people say it wasn't intentional, whatever. I don't, you know, I watched that play over 20 times. Yeah, he tried to go for the basketball, but the basketball wasn't near the knee. You could say whatever. I don't get into all that tit for tat. Cause you always got to have a series. One thing I noticed about watching NBA playoffs in all these years, you always got that one. They always have that one playoff that's very controversial. You always have that one that's already controversial. They always making this already to be hey, it just happens, man. I don't think it was a dirty play per se, but you got to give them boys the credit. They sat there, they won the game. Now we just gonna see how Memphis bounce back. Memphis does play good without Josh, so they're gonna really need it for tonight's game, and they're gonna really need it for tonight's game. So then they get Dylan Brooks transformer back as well, and then Boston. We gonna see if Jalen is Jason Tatum, is he gonna have a bounce back game? Um, Giannis is looking like Giannis, man, and I know people could sit there and say what they want to say about that game. They lost by 2, whatever. But hey, they got a. The bottom line is they didn't get the job done. They didn't win, so we got to get them. We got to give them credit. He shut the door. Giannis shut the door with a big basket. You know, I know they say everybody want to say Drew Holiday and all this dude. You have teammates. Basketball is a team game. So why we tearing down people that are their teammates? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't get. Now big game yesterday for the Sixers. They are even a series. James Harden played his best game to me in a while. Will that continue? We'll see. Moving forward, I don't know. Um, I know, man. As soon as I woke up this morning, I read and did everything I did. I go to my emails, check, and everything like that. And man, people was talking mad trash now about James Harden. Dude, don't do that. Where y'all was at when James Harden was playing bad, playing trash? Now all of a sudden, man, stop it, man. Y'all people some clowns, man. He's not the second. He's not the second best player on the team. To me, he's not. I think that's Maxey now. I mean, yeah, he had a good game. We'll see, can he actually move it forward? You know, he said the game is easier. Yeah, the game is easier, sir, when you have Joel Embiid. Yeah, but I give him credit. He came out there and got it done. Now, let's see, can you do that moving forward on a consistent basis and everything like that? Because they going to need something from you, sir. They gonna need something from you because I'm talking to you, James. They need something. They're gonna need more from you moving forward if y'all gonna win this series. Moving forward, I should say too. If y'all gonna win this series or even try to, try to get to the finals, James Harden gonna have to show up. He just can't do what he do. Of course, with Joel Embiid, that enables them for a lot. That enables them to go play inside and out. You know what I mean? He finally snapped his second longest streak of his career on a 13-game streak under 25. Snaps a 13-game streak without 25 points with the second longest streak of his career. Now we just gonna see how that's gonna be. Me, I don't trust James Harden, man. Just because you show up. You're supposed to. Can y'all win and can y'all shoot like that on the road? That's the same thing that goes with me when it comes to Dallas. I know Chris Paul and the Suns and Devin Booker and Chris Paul and the Suns, they up 2-0. I know a lot of people saying they're going to blow that and everything like that. Hey, basketball, man. Both teams did what they supposed to do, was protect their home floor. Whoever wins on the opponent's home floor is going to win the series. So now it's just the best out of 3. Can the Mavericks continue to shoot like that on the road? You know what I mean? And this is one thing I was trying to tell people yesterday when I was on Ticket Show. There's two different things when it comes to championship teams. Normally your role players, they play good on the road. And they play good at home. Now, if you have teams that's strictly on the road, all that stuff, only play good at home, that's a problem because when it comes to Game 7, but the most legit teams that I see, I've seen a lot of teams that in the past where in the past where role players play better at home. Then you just got some that don't shoot well, don't play well on the road. It's been shown over the years. Now I just got to see how they're gonna do moving forward. They give them boys their credit, and they tied the series up. Chris Paul had 2 bad games. Do I think Chris Paul will get 4 fouls in the first half again? No. Normally when you're at home as well, you normally get the calls, yada 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 yada. But I know a lot of people want to say the calls, but then you can even look at Milwaukee and Milwaukee and Boston, for instance. They were saying some people thought that the Boston Celtics got cheated out, but man, the Celtics I think shot more free throws than the Bucks. It's just to me, it's no excuse. You got to get out there. You got to get it done. Period. You have to get it done. You have to get it done. Man, you got to. That Memphis series is hey, I picked Golden State to win it. It's about 6 or 7. It might go 7. You never know. I know some people think that it's gonna be easy work with the Memphis Grizzlies tonight without Ja Morant. but we'll see. Memphis been in this situation before this year, so that's another animal with Golden State. Because I respect Clay and I respect Steph. D is solid to a certain extent, and I trust Looney Tunes. You know, Looney's been finishing a whole lot better this year. He has improved his game, shows improvement, finishing at the basket, things like that. And to me, the hero in that series is Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole has been that player in that series. I know people could say it's Steph Curry, dude, and there's people that's all in y'all feelings and stuff like that, dude. There's nothing wrong admitting, yes, yes, Steph is doing it, but Jordan Poole has been y'all saving grace for Golden State. You always gotta have that six man. They got a six man like Tyler Hero, like he does in for Miami. When you got a man come off the bench to give you points like that consistently, you're a very team hard to beat. We just gonna see what kind of energy. We're gonna see what kind of lineup changes or whatever is going to be made. We're gonna see if Dylan Brooks actually has time to, because he's been in a slump, playing like straight trash. Um, it is what it is. Joker is, Joker's MVP. A lot of people don't agree with that. Some people say it's Giannis. Some people say Joel Embiid. Whatever. Now, um, I don't know what the MVP means anymore, because I always once they start letting the media take over and vote for MVPs and all this other stuff, I think there's no kind of bias in it. Um, I kind of figured that I kind of figured they wasn't going to give it to Giannis. I knew they wasn't going to give it to Joel Embiid either, because when you put up historical numbers and everything's always judged by the numbers, they gave it to him. I'm not into it. I don't even care who wins MVP, because I know the MVP award is very biased. It's very biased. Um, the best player don't never always win the MVP. They never have. I'm going to drop the link and see if anybody want to come in. If not, I'll just keep on going. Yeah, so let me just go to hit NBA.com right quick and let me see. Because we got Boston, Milwaukee coming at 4:30, and then it comes on Golden State and Memphis play at 7. Um, I'll definitely do that Boston game. I don't know about that Memphis one. I'll be just getting back, doing what I got to do. So, I know it's just a big old thing. It's kind of crazy though how, I don't know, man. When a player says they do this and then that, and then you wrote a video, he did not grab the ball. Yeah, he did tag at his knee. That's undisputable. But I think he done it on purpose. No, it's like I said. This series is just controversial. Everything this series is going to do. Now let's get back to this Phoenix Suns and Dallas Mavericks, for instance. Um, what amazes me is that um, every times that I did go to the NBA game, it's always been a Laker game. But these fans now, man, they could just they could say whatever they want to you, to talk crap to your family members and all that. And then they always say the basketball players should be just do the right thing and don't they don't or whatever. But I'm telling you, why it's always it's not a black, it's not black, they're not black, Puerto Rican, Mexican, China, Chinese, Arabic, all the races that we have. It's only white people the one that do this stuff, that do stupid stuff. Look at all the games and stuff that's been kicked out. Even that woman that came on, she was white. All these, and even the people that's talking, even that kid. And I don't understand his mother. How you gonna let a kid, your son, talk to somebody else's mother like that, or family? That's just sad. That just showed me how, just because you, not the fans feel like they self-entitled. Well, I bought the ticket, and I could say this and I could say that. But if you ain't gonna do shit to these people, man, that do that, they could kick them out the arena and everything like that. But we already know if that person was black, it'd be looked under a microscope totally different. It's just actually a fact. For stuff like that to happen in the game, that's sad. Um, I'm just like lost for words for out of all of this, man, because it's getting sad, man. It's getting sad, and I'm telling you, something's gonna happen pretty soon. I seen more fans try to do more shit during the pandemic in a while. I mean, I know that people say it's not a pandemic, but sooner or later we're gonna go right back at it again. They're gonna start locking everything down again. Just watch what I say. I know everybody's free now, but never stay. Hey, we live in a so-called world called America. When they lie to you, or they lie to us about who you are, where you come from, and all this other stuff. So we just see moving forward how it's going to be, man. But I don't like it. I don't like how these fans are doing it, because I'm telling you, they already made an example of Steven Jackson and Ron Artest. You know, I don't want none of that to happen, because it's gonna get to that point. Something's gonna happen again. Something's gonna happen again. It's just too much of that. It's during the playoffs. You didn't see that shit during the regular season. All of a sudden, the playoffs, you see stupid shit like that. You're supposed to be there enjoying Mother's Day, but then you want to sit there and mock somebody else's mother, kids. And Chris Paul was like, yeah, I'm going to find you. I'm going to see you. Hey, that's one thing about a man or a woman. You mess with their family, the true people that love their families. You're talking about men and women. I'm talking about hetero. I ain't talking about none of that fugazi stuff. Man and woman. That's what either you are. Either you're a man, you're a woman. I don't get it to that non-binary and I just consider myself as non-binary, huh? A non-binary what? NBA's getting sad, man. It's getting sad. Playoffs supposed to be the greatest time, but I shouldn't be sitting there to talk about player family safeties and all this stuff, and then you got people be like, well, why you want your kid? Why NBA players want their family fronted at the front? Dude, that's what all most of the NBA players nowadays, they do sit really courtside, right by the team and everything. Well, you used to have some used to be scattered all out back in the day. Now they bring them up closer. To me, no matter where the family is at, no matter where the family is at, people still gonna do what they have to do. They're gonna talk trash. They're gonna say this. They're gonna say that. It's just crazy how folks is, and I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, man. I'm not wishing upon it, but I know it's gonna happen. They just letting too much stuff goes on, and then all it's gonna take for a black athlete to do something to somebody, and then boom, it's all over with. Now let's get to the series with them two. Luka, man, he actually really trusted his teammates yesterday. Like he really did. The foul discrepancy, I don't consider that. I don't. Hey, Dallas was the aggressive team and they got the win yesterday. Um, do I bake on Chris Paul having look at the game he did on his birthday? He had all them turnovers. Are you gonna bake on that? Mm-mm. I don't know, but I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about all this other stuff with these teams. With me, they did what they supposed to. You protected your home court. Now you gotta go on the road. Now, can if the Mavericks players they can bring that shooting with them to Phoenix, they have a shot. But they ain't convinced me that they can win on the road. Either team ain't convinced me. Whoever wins on the road is gonna win this series. Now let's just get it in, man. We just gotta get that respect, man. We got
Good
respect. Got
morning,
respect.
King. How you doing, bro?
Oh yeah, let's hey, see that's some real Golden State Warrior fan right there.
What's
You
good, man?
want to? Hey, let me just ask you a question about your Warriors, man, because I don't think that play was. I watched that play 20 times. I don't think that play was nowhere near. Yeah, even though there was no ball there, but I know he was trying to go for ball. You feel what I'm saying? I know Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole had never been a. You know how it is. Maybe we watching basketball for a long time. We
Right.
always have that one series that has that had that edge to it, had that controversy. This is that series where they
Right.
got to make a fake controversy is what I need to
Yeah, they
say.
gotta make up for line for sure. You know that shit. How the media trying to make that shit stand out. It's just great that we talk about it. To be honest, though, the play like he reached for the ball and then he frustrated.
Hmm.
Kind of crashed at that. But I was tore his motherfucking ACL off. John Morant, if you peep, John Morant already didn't have fucked up ass knees already. That's the same right knee that he missed hella games down the stretch of the regular season before he came back towards the end of the regular season. It's the same knee. And with all that twerking and cutting and planting that he been doing, he been on some real Derrick Rose type shit. Nigga, your body is not gonna be able to withstand all of that cutting, you know what I'm saying? The torque and shit that you're putting on your ligaments, trying to explode and do Euro steps and jump from the free throw line and shit. That's why I say these niggas be damaging their motherfucking bodies because they go off of pure athleticism. Now, if he would have had a jump shot or anything else, nigga, you can laugh. Like, you feel me? You can score with floaters and jump shots and footwork. You don't need to try to, oh, let me make the spectacular crossover cut, stop. You know what I'm saying? Full force. Let me jump for the free throw line and like all of that pressure that he's putting on his legs, bro, and he's trying to blame it on that play right there. That shit didn't do nothing to his knee, bro. And that's why he motherfucking tweeted he broke the code. And then guess what? He deleted the tweet right after. Like about 5 minutes later, he gonna delete the tweet. Nigga, cause you is making excuses and talking shit. You just took a dive. That's all you did, nigga. You quit because y'all getting blown by 40 and it's no way that you could come back. And they had him mic'd up during the game. If you would have seen that he was mic'd up during the game, he was like, "Yeah, man, we played the right way. We got to get some stops. We gonna keep playing the same way. We ain't gonna change what we doing." It sounds like a leader, but guess what? You know what? Hey, you need to show me. You talking a good game, but nigga, you're not playing no defense. You just worried about making a spectacular play, John Morant. You know what I'm saying? You just worried about your name growing big. Like, because if it's about winning, nigga, the team actually play better without John Morant. They're 20-5 this year without John Morant. So if he really impacted winning like that, from what I see, not from what the motherfucking numbers say, but I see, you have to think like this, bro. Steph Curry, like you alluded to, T Prizzle, ain't the greatest defender in the world. Or I think you said that and Show said that because I was just on Show shit. But Steph Curry ain't the greatest defender, right? But guess what? He make winning plays on defense. He gonna give all out effort, and he doesn't have a lot of size over people. He doesn't have a lot of athleticism. He doesn't have a lot of lateral quickness. But guess what? He give effort. He's gonna give that same effort that he give running around 50 million screens. He's gonna do that on defense. And now guess what that does to your team? Everybody else is inspired. Damn, if he can do that and he's Steph Curry, why the fuck I can't, you know what I'm saying, give maximum effort? That's the whole purpose, bro. Like, you feel me? You have to be able to play both teams' sport. Period.
Yeah, and the greatest, and to what you just said, fam, it was just like that one play that Steph Curry, he stopped John Morant from scoring, and he blocked him. Then he did that and stripped the block or whatever they want
Right.
to call it. Hey, I know how they used to get on Steph Curry, but then again, it's just like I tell a lot of people. Name a person in the NBA that plays defense. You really do got players that really do play defense, but we live in a time now that, and I'm just gonna stay 10 toes down on what I'm saying. In order for you to be the best player in the league, you got to play both ends on the floor. I don't give a fuck what you can do in your repertoire offensively. Can you stop somebody defensively?
Right.
And that would lose me with a lot of people who say certain players are great. I know a lot of people are mad about Jokic being MVP. He could have went to Giannis, honestly, or he could have went to Joel Embiid. But but hey, that's the media, man. They need to let the players start back doing like they used to do back in the day. Had them, because let me just say this about the media, and I'm gonna let old boy go. What's up, fam? I see you in the building, man. One thing I don't understand. Hold on, I need to take a drink right quick. Hmm.
He could.
Yeah. It's cold as hell out here, bro. It feel like wintertime out here in Oregon, man. I'm like, what the hell? But
Dang, yeah,
anyway,
I just had to turn the heater on if I could, but it's cold in the
man, it's
motherfucker.
cold, man, out here on the coast, man. What's up, son? Go. What's good? Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Say that again.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you a little bit.
It's kind of hard to hear you,
It's
bro.
kind of hard, but I hear you.
My
There you go.
my bad. I don't know what's up, but like, anyways, hey, what do you guys? Are you guys talking about the Warriors and Grizzlies series right now?
Yeah, we talking about all of them. We just right. Yeah, we talking about the Grizzlies, and then we just gonna go
Yeah, we
around
just kind
talk
of
about each
highlighted
one.
that play from
Yeah,
Steph
we just
Curry
highlighting that play, but
between
you can
John
talk about
Morant
it.
and Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
We just highlighted that. They trying to use that as an excuse why John Morant injured, but
That's
he didn't
no
get an
excuse.
MRI.
No,
He didn't
they
go
were
get no
getting their ass
MRI though.
whooped before that injury. We,
Hmm.
we can't use that as an excuse. Like, this is my thing. John Morant, he's a great player, but there's still stuff that he needs to work with offensively. Like you guys mentioned before, like he needs. I think Elise, you mentioned this. Like he needs to work more with mid range 3 pointers. Like don't just keep driving don't just keep driving to lane and stuff like that and expect your shit to go in what's it called? Oh, like I I originally had the Grizzlies, I mean the Warriors winning this series by 6, but the way I'm watching it now, I think like it's going to just end in 5 games. And then with Chris Paul and stuff of the Suns and Maverick series, I don't know what's going on with Chris Paul. Like the amount of turnovers, like he just cannot get a rhythm now.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And then I think a lot of things too.
Hey,
Let's.
Chief Price, I got to get into this meeting on my job, so I'm going to mute my mic. So
All right, man. You
there we
good?
go.
You good, family? All right. Yeah. See, what thing that referees, man, they really do. I just hate saying. I shouldn't have to talk about a game when I have to talk about the referees. I mean, as a player, um, we was always when I was taught is never talk to talk back to the referees,
Hmm.
the coaches doing it. But I rewatched that game last night for the Mavericks and everything like that. There's some calls that are questionable and everything like that. But my thing with the Mavs is this: they play great at home. Can you do that on the road? I know you did it. I know you did it the last playoff series, but can you do it at Phoenix?
Phoenix, when you're getting all that pressure from the opposing side, like I still have Phoenix winning the series to be honest. Is but
I do too.
yeah, but like some of but like what you were saying about those calls from these refs is just like what the hell. And then when you try to sometimes when you try to argue, they give you these weak ass tech and throw you out and shit. Like just let these players play the game and stuff. But what else was I gonna say? Jokic won MVP for the second time, right?
Yep.
I don't I understand he was missing Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., but
Michael
I
Porter only
don't,
played 9 games this year.
yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like it should. I actually agreed with Ticket TV on his video. I think it should have get been given to someone like Giannis or maybe Joel Embiid.
Hmm.
Because I don't know, Giannis has been the more if you watch them throughout the regular season, like Giannis was missing, having most of his guys out for a long period of time due to COVID and injuries, and he still had his team in top three in the
Hmm.
East, but this playoffs is getting interesting. I have Bucks winning in 6 games. I know Celtics has a good defense, but I don't to me they're not ready for Giannis. It's, and then Hard. I have to give Harden credit. He finally showed up, but is he go? How long is he going to keep? How long is this going to last?
Hmm.
And then so and then who else? Those I feel like if I feel like in the in I feel like if what is his name? I feel like if Joel Embiid um if, gets a rhythm, I think he can and make it like a 7 game series, but we'll have to see.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's just with me, it's just hard for me to assess these playoffs because let me see, like it ain't hard for me to assess it. It's a certain series that I've seen the referees is really throwing shit in the game, and to me, it's really that Phoenix and Dallas series. You could say it or both. I know people from both sides will say the same thing, but if you're talking about the referees more than you do than the actual play, that to me that bothers me now. Um, I just got Phoenix. I got Phoenix winning that series. Now I always said that I was saying this too before everybody got on. Now in that series, the series that I tied 2-2, somebody gonna have to win on the opposing team home court. They're gonna win this series. That's if you don't have home court advantage. I still got the Suns winning that series. I just got the Bucks winning that series as well. I think the Bucks gonna beat Boston. I don't know why. I just believe that Giannis is on a mission right now. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people. I know a lot of people don't want to give that man no credit, no props, or anything like that. Like, dude, he beat this team without Chris Middleton. That right there is just gonna. Hey, I don't understand why it's so. This is why I don't question nobody like a Joel Embiid. That's why I tried to talk to this dude yesterday. He was going to try to tell me something. Joel Embiid, they never played with a multi eight, let's say 8 9 year All Star other than himself. I know what you call it. He has Middleton has three, but let's just talk about something here. Like he ain't never played with the players like KD played with. You see what I'm
Facts.
saying? He ain't never. So that's or even LeBron James and LeBron James included. He ain't never done anything like that. He actually stayed with the same team that I'm used to seeing people do, and I just can't hate on nobody that's doing that. And he's getting the job done too.
And he's pulling through his injury. Like he's not
Yeah.
making any excuses, and he's taking all the criticism. Like he's not going over here trying to um to clap back at anyone on the media. He's just doing his thing. Like like that right there. That to me, that's the mentality like guys like Katie should have. And another thing with Giannis, like I still don't get how like at this point that people will put that will put KD is still above Giannis when and Giannis already has 2 wins against the Boston Celtics without Chris Middleton, something that KD didn't do.
Hmm. Hey, I just saying. Let's just. I mean, what they doing. What they doing. Um, to me, I'm just gonna say this: if Boston or Memphis don't win tonight, it's over. I already got the Bucks and the Warriors. I picked them to win that series anyway. But if they don't win tonight, it's over with, man. Like, and this is another thing I tell people: each game is different. It's just like
Mhm.
it's just like. Let me just let me flash back here. I remember, I think it was that year. I think Magic Johnson hit the sky hook. The year he hit the sky hook. Man, they got blown out in game one by like 30, 40 points. And I just remember in the papers and all this stuff. This is back. There was no social media and all that stuff. Everybody thought the series was over. Then Magic, and then the Lakers came back and won game two, and then they ended up winning that series. Um, Now Memphis, they're looking at themselves in the mirror right now because for you to be the best, you have to go through the best. Um,
Yeah.
and I just don't. I don't know, man. I just don't see it right now. How they playing right now? I don't know. Now we'll see how they look tonight. Cause Memphis always played better without John Morant too. So
Defensively especially.
defensively, yes. So um, we're just gonna see. We're gonna see now. What other series I ain't talked about? Oh, Philadelphia, Miami. I got Miami winning that series. Now don't get me wrong, I like Joel Embiid. He went to KU and everything like that. But
Mhm.
James Harden finally got a good game. Now everybody's coming out the woods talking about he's back and all this. Let's see he can do that in moving forward.
That's
Now,
what That's why I said like let's see how long that's gonna last because like for me like I watching James Harden like he has like 1 or 2 games where like he's just going off like crazy, but then the next game like he just completely is a no show.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just want to see him be constantly at it. Yeah, I know he's saying now. Oh, I know he's talking mess now, but he wasn't talking mess before Joel Embiid. Now listen, Joel Embiid had to come and say today, and his impact is obviously impact. Danny Green is hitting shots.
Hmm.
We've seen like now if that could carry over to Miami, then if they could take that perimeter shooting with them on the road, same thing with the Dallas Mavericks. If they could do that, what they did from all the other role players that they got on their team, and that's what Luka to me need to play like. He need to trust his teammate, Finley Smith. He hit
Hmm.
5 threes. Now, if all these boys do that on the road, you more dangerous. You more dangerous. You more dangerous team. And then, on my point, I was getting to most championship caliber teams that I've seen in my lifetime. They they role players play good no matter if they home or they're away. Now you do have certain champion basketball teams where role players do play better at home than they do at the road. Now, the best teams that I've seen in the playoff history, they bench players can go off anywhere, and that's what makes you a dangerous team to me. Where your role players can play anywhere, home or away. Hey, but that's one thing for Danny Green. If he could continue to shoot like that, they have and get contributions from everybody else. Hey, they have a strong chance. That was 2-2. That was the best out of three receivers going to be. But
Hmm.
I just don't know, man. It's just hard for me to really watch these playoffs, man. Especially that series, man, because Kyle Lowry's back. He's back. Then you got Victor Oladipo. He's been playing. He's been playing. Bam, Bam. Look different now since Joel Embiid came back in the picture. So Miami gonna really have to really event themselves again. Now, do I still think they could win the series? Sure, but they're gonna. But I got to see Philly do this on the road, and I got to see Miami win at Philly because that's another series where everybody did what they're supposed to do, protect home court. So somebody win on opposing team home court, that's when the series gonna be over. But it might not be over. Sometimes it might take a game seven. I've seen series in the NBA where both teams held serve and it came down to game seven. And the home team won majority of the time. Sometimes, every once in a while, you might have a road team win game seven, but for the most part, it's always been the home team. So we just gonna see moving forward how it's gonna go
Hmm.
down.
Yeah, like example of that was I think the Clippers and Mavs series. Like what but like for Luca though, I definitely agree with you. Like he just for me he just needs to like you said, trust his teammates more, like and learn and play more off the ball. Or just learn to feed your other guys, the role players. And then like when it comes to the fourth quarter, that's when you can do most of your damage.
hmm Now with Memphis gonna have to step up. Yeah, Dylan Brooks is gonna be back for them. I know Dylan Brooks didn't play in two of the games, but um, he's been struggling anyway. So they're gonna need some. But they so used to
Yes, that
playing
give me a
without John
second.
Morant this year, which they 20-5. But even they play without him in the playoffs too. But Golden State's another animal, man. Because if you, and then it ain't even Steph and Clay with me. It's Jordan Poole. He's been the man to me in that series, man. Clay gonna be Clay. Steph gonna be Steph. Draymond gonna be Draymond on the defensive end. And this is one thing I noticed about refereeing. I'm seeing this lately with all the star players in the NBA. They really don't call like they don't really call shit on players that they don't. You know what I mean? Like they just don't. They just don't like, especially the low block. I see a lot of holding the big man and all this other stuff, and it still ain't no fault. So um, these players now, man, they got to learn how to play against the refs. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to me yesterday. To me, my biggest takeaway was Phoenix didn't respond back how the referees was calling that game. They didn't make the adjustments or anything like that that they needed to. Um, because when you play, you got to play against that, and sometimes it's hard to do. But we'll see. We'll definitely see, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. We're in here, man. But I don't have a problem with none of these games except security, job security, man. Job security in the NBA. How do you let these fans sit there and do all this and that? Like, and it's always the white fans that's doing it too. It ain't no black fans that's out there doing no stupid stuff, jumping on the court, doing all kind of crazy stuff or whatever like that, man. I never forget. I went to a Portland Trailblazer game early this year, and something happened. Something happened like right in the vicinity where I was at. It was around the same seats that I was in, and yeah, they had to get up out of there. They throw them folks out of there. Period. They threw them out. They was like, hey, no, you got to get up out of here. So I just don't want no malice in the palace kind of shit to happen again.
Facts.
Because it's coming. It's coming. I think the NBA should definitely. I think they should bear down. They should tackle down on their rules. You want to tackle down the players for reacting to these fans. Excuse me. Yeah, they want to talk to the players about going after fans and stuff like that. They need to start really having hard discipline action for these fans too. Cause what happened to Chris Paul's family yesterday, that's unexcusable, man.
His
And for that,
mom and the
yeah,
wife, right?
right. And then the boy and his mom, the boy and his mother, and it's just like, dude, you got to be. How can you let your son talk to another mama, somebody else's mother like that? That let me know. Some of these fans too, man. That let me know. Was you raised right? Just because you're entitled to a ticket, don't mean for you can just sit there and just go after people. You know how
Facts.
some people are. They're looking for a quick come up, and what's the best thing to do? Antagonize somebody or anybody. It don't matter if you an NBA player, you could be a football player, you know, anything that's dealing with professional sports as an athlete, male or female. You're gonna have fans gonna try you. They're gonna try you. They're gonna try you because they want that quick come up.
Yeah, and then, but then when they get something that's coming to them, either an ass whooping or get banned for life. Oh, they want the media want to paint these players. Oh, they need to show a better example, not react like fuck that shit. Like
Hmm.
like you can't have it two ways. You can just like give these players like a heavy fine and stuff when these fans are just instigating shit, and then like you mentioned, and no, Elise also alluded to this in his video, like you don't know if Chris Paul's mom was having anxiety or something, especially seeing how off her son was, and like that one incident could really affect someone both physically and mentally, and like the NBA just needs to do a better job actually protecting these players.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Until they do that, these fans gonna continue to do what they're gonna do. But I don't want it to be under. Let me see. I don't want a player to get out of character and then go at these fans, and then you already know the disciplinary's gonna come hard on down to the player. Um, they just got to get better at that, man. But like I've been saying, there ain't no black people doing no stupid stuff on the court, getting thrown out of games, stuff like that. You got some of these white people who think they self entitled. And no, I'm not racist, but I'm just calling as I see it now. When they went NBA game, anybody that I've seen when they seen a black person get thrown out on the court or anything like that, I'll wait. I ain't never seen that other than the malice in the palace.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying? It's all. I'm just gonna just keeping it real. The NBA want to do something better about that, man. We gotta get on these fans, man. Should be better security and all that stuff, man. I'm telling you, at the Portland where Portland play at, well, you can't get away with nothing out there. I don't care. I don't give a care you all the way. I don't give a care you up there if it's empty. If it's empty, there's a lot of games this year. Portland games has been empty, and even if they're empty, you do something stupid up in there, man, they got you. You know what I mean? They need to get better security, man. They need to get better security because that cannot happen, man. That cannot
That's
happen.
unacceptable.
That's very unacceptable because this is like I always tell some of these white folks who act like this. Let that have been a black person so called doing it to your family. Y'all be crying wolf. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And the penalty is stiffer for us than it is for y'all. I'm a realist. I'm just keeping it real. If
Hmm.
that would have been a black player, black person did that to man, you know how bad Stephen A. Smith be talking about all these people that don't. And I've been noticed this, and this has always been about basketball. It's always been like this on professional sports, and I've been noticing this ever since I was growing up, and I understand it. You never see, you always see black analysts talk about black players. Now, let me give you some. Let me give you some example. Every like when what's that dude named Ray Rice. My boy say he hit a man, but he didn't hit no woman. But anyway, but when Ray Rice hit whoever, and what happened? He got the stiff penalty and stuff like that. And then they had that same incident where they had that kicker. He was abusing his wife. They didn't talk about that. They just swept that shit under the rug. Look what the Jacksonville coach, uh, former Jacksonville coach, the dude they used to coach Ohio State, groping women and everything like that at a party and shit like that, and you got a wife. You know what I mean? It's just rules. Rules is different when it comes to them. Now, black and the media, they're gonna protect them. You don't hear them talking about Aaron Rodgers in the wrong way. Oh yeah, they talk about him taking the vaccine, but let that have been a black parent not taking the vaccine.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
always been like that in sports. Look, let me give you another great example. How you heard anything since you've been living about hockey players
Yeah.
in the media?
Not like any as far as the media for me, no.
No, you're not gonna hear anything from because we already know hockey. I watch hockey. You know what I'm saying? And at least they let them fight. You know what I'm saying? You fight and then you go in the batter's box to time out after that. And shit, they ain't throwing you out or whatever. But you don't hear nothing about these players. But look, where's the only time you only hear about black athletes where most black people athletes are in basketball and football
Football.
and basketball. That's like the only two. Now you don't hear them talk about everybody else like that. No, you're not. You're not going to see that. I mean, we never will see it because that's what world we live in. I always used to say this to myself. I used to ask my dad when my dad was like, "Dad, how come they always only show black people? So black people are the only one that do stuff in the NFL. Black people are the one that do stuff in the NBA. Because they throw us under the microscope like real quick while everybody else is protected. It's been like that since the beginning of time, and it ain't gonna change.
Yeah, it's just easy to. You just have to be observant to see it. Like they're not like you mentioned. They didn't say anything about Aaron Rodgers. And hell, I'll even throw this out. You remember those racist remarks from that one dude, John Gruden or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how that gets swept under the rug. Yeah, that's how. That's another great example. Let's just keep it real, man. Look what Gruden. Gruden could get another job. He could
Yeah,
get
you
another
can.
job, and he's going to get one in the future. You know why? They're gonna give it to him. They let them have second chances and stuff like that. I'm not playing racist. It's actually real talk over here. I know some people gonna be mentioning, man, that sound racial. No, it ain't racial. It's actually facts. I ain't never
It's
been racial.
facts.
They just face because look, this is one thing I always been knowing about TV. They put white people on a higher pedestal than blacks. Now, only time a black person do get lifted up is for what they do. Is for what entertainment. But let them do something wrong. Let it get caught in a cheating scandal or anything like that. Oh yeah, they on our heads. But
Yeah.
look, let me give you a great example too. Look at Hugh Hefner and all these and that dude Goldstein. They're just protected and don't say nothing about them. They don't say nothing about these folks, man. They don't say nothing about them. But R. Kelly, they made an example out of him. You see what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
it's just what it is, man.
Like if you're black, and like I'm not gonna even throw out the say the name, but like when it comes to us, like we're never gonna get like that a fair treatment, and to the other side, we're always gonna be like if we make one mistake, like the media is gonna be on our helmets and shit,
Hmm.
and like it's like you said, it has always been like that, and I don't think it's ever gonna change.
Hmm.
Like look at with the whole thing with what's his name, Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. Like
That, right.
they like ESPN, they've known about the whole like video and stuff like that, but they kept that shit under the rug until like New York Times finally exposed that audio, and then only then like they actually decided to take action and stuff like that. But like like that punishment wasn't and all that, to be honest, because at the end of the day, like she was it was still getting paid, and she was just doing her job what's it called through 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 Zoom or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be wacky. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy, man. Man, yeah, cause man, yeah, it's. I'm really interested to see how, especially when it comes to me, out of all the series that's intriguing me. I really don't have a series that really intriguing me because how the games is being played out. Um,
All these bogus calls as
yeah,
well,
there's a lot
bro.
of stuff that's going on, like and I never seen. It seemed like to me the referees is getting way more. They getting too much involved in these series, and they calling shit one way and not other ways and everything like that. But not like my coaches used to tell us growing up. You don't worry about the referee, just play. You have me worry about it, But
Hmm.
it's just hard for me to really dictate what's really going to happen now. With Phoenix series, I just got to see Mavericks do that on the road. If you can win a game uh, at Phoenix, uh, then you might have a good closing shot. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have to see
Hmm.
about that moving forward, man. But I just think Boston. I just think Boston. Even though that's my ladies' team, um, I just think the Bucks. I think the Bucks got their number, man.
I
I
do
think
too.
I think Giannis will figure it out. Um, yeah, he's just basically they just figuring it out. And Miami and Philadelphia, I don't know what to say about that, because we already know Philadelphia looks totally different without Joel Embiid, and now with Joel Embiid in there, I'm not worried about Embiid. My main concern is
It's
is
harder.
it's hard. It's moving forward. Are you going to continue to get them 25 points and everything like that? And if Danny Green gonna stay hot like he was, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? That's another series to me. Like whoever wins on the team's opponent's home floor is gonna
You was
win that
saying?
series. That's I think that one Phoenix, the ones that are 2-2. Um, but this is pivotal game fours. Now this is just my opinion. If the Warriors win tonight, it's over. Um, if Milwaukee wins tonight, I think the series is over because I put them both 3-1. You know what I mean? And um, I picked that Memphis series to go 6 or 7 anyway. But we'll just see how it goes, man. Other than that, man, I got nothing else to say, man. It's just hard for me to really watch these playoffs, man, because it's just like the referees is taking out the fun out of everything, and like we can't watch it as fans, you know what I mean? And I don't know what that shit that dude got in front of his head, man. He looked like he got a motherfucking battle ram on his motherfucking head that played for it. He's Reggie Bullock. The nigga look like he got shit locks. God damn, that nigga, that shit look like a bat, like he a battle cat or something. He got his horns and shit. Got that shit. He got that. He got his shit looking like Alfred Payton was when Alfred Payton was. Well, he got his shit in too. When Alfred Payton was looking like that shit when he was in Orlando. Um, but yeah, y'all, man, it's 10 o'clock, man, out here, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. I'm about to go ahead and get my day started here. I'll be back for the Boston series at 4:30. I got some things to need to do today. Got some interviews set up, things of that nature. Um, but hey, when one door closes, God open up most high open up multiple doors. So I got multiple opportunities within this week or two um, to do it. I didn't take that position where I was at because it's not this was one of the fewest positions at the place that wasn't union, and then they was gonna take $2 out of my original pay just to pay my union fees. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. That's what I say. But one door opens, the Most High always open up others. So, man, y'all like, share, subscribe, man, and everything, man. I will holler at y'all, man. Matter of fact, I am gonna do both games just for the hell of it. I will do both games tonight. I definitely would do both games tonight, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. And I ain't got really nothing else to say, pretty much. But rest in peace to once again to Michigan State player Adrian Payne. He used to play for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Excuse me. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, man. We will be back 4:30. 4:30. We'll be back. 4:30, my folks, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button, man. And this is the thing, I don't care about people subscribing to me because I know it's the end game. There's no end game on YouTube. Whenever you speak like the way I speak, and you don't speak like majority of the people is, yeah, I'm not with the get along. I don't see monkey see, monkey do. I'm not a sellout. I'm not gonna sell out anybody. That's just me. I never even told on my siblings growing up, like ever in my life. Like I never was the type person that ran my mouth or anything. I always kept my mouth shut, take it to my grave kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I'm still like that. That's stuff I know about a lot of people that people don't even know. You know what I mean? But that's not my business to go out there and say anything about it because I'm not supposed to do anything like that. I'm doing the right thing by keeping my mouth shut and just keep it moving, moving forward. We'll see how the game's gonna look out tonight. But like I said, and I continue to say this on my way out, like, share, subscribe. But if Boston and Memphis don't win tonight, it's over. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I like to see a series. I really like to see a series. I really like a series. I thought the Memphis and Golden State was an interesting best series to me, and to me it still is because you got young, you got young going against vets, mixing with young talent like the Warriors. You know, I know a lot of people always give Clay, give Steph, and Draymond all the credit, and even Andre Iguodala. They don't never mention Looney Tunes. He's part of that championship pedigree too. When you mention one, you got to mention all of them. You know what I mean? And That's why I give the Warriors their credit now. Um, we'll see. I don't know who they're gonna play. Are they gonna play Luca or they're gonna play Chris Paul and them? And I don't know what the case might be, but I'm just saying, if they win tonight, the series is over. I just don't see Golden State um, being walked down 3-1 again, and this time, unless a suspension and somebody do another Jay Reed and slap somebody sweating balls nutsack on somebody's head and shit like that and get them suspended and shit like that. But I just like how the Warriors are. The Warriors look totally different with Klay Thompson. They look different with Klay. They look different with Klay. And the Memphis had never played them until this playoff round. I know a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, they won at Chase last year," but yeah, but this is a different time. This different time because guess who's back? Guess who's back? That boy Klay Thompson, man. That boy Klay, man. Um, I won't say the best shooting, best backcourt shooting combo. I can't say that. I've seen a lot of point guard and shooting guard combos that was nasty in the NBA history. I know one thing about too that I don't like about the NBA is NBA y'all don't even respect y'all don't even respect y'all brand. You don't even acknowledge ABA players. You don't even acknowledge that you stole a lot of ABA players like Dr. J and many others. You took a lot of their rules and everything like that. Y'all don't respect y'all history. Y'all don't respect legends. Y'all don't respect legends. You respect certain legends, and then I can't put anybody in this era and just put them over anybody that I've seen. You know, I just can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. And where you got old school players like the Vince Carter. If y'all didn't watch out the Knuckleheads podcast, watch him. Watch him. Watch Tracy McGrady and watch Sweet Lou. Them three right there is probably one of the best ones they did because they try to tell y'all new fans, new generation. It was so much too hard to score back in the 90s. And in the 2000s, early 2000s, it was harder to score. It was hard to score. You could be way more physical than you can be. You really had to have a bag. You really had to have a repertoire. And that was back then. That was back then also when they also used to feed the big man when you have to play inside and out, hand checking and all this other stuff. I grew up in that stuff. Now you can't do nothing to these players now. These players can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? To me, it's more offensive minded. The rules starts changing from 2005 all the way into this present time. And I always said this: the NBA want to get back to what they need to be. The NBA got all the power in the world to change the rules. You change the rules with certain people for LeBron in them era, LeBron, KD, Steph. They changed the rules in that one. How do we really know? How we really know? How we really know who these players? And I always said this too. How we know who these players really are? Because back then, when I was watching, unless you was the Celtics who actually drafted their players, or if you was actually Boston or the Lakers who drafted their players, and they end up being that. Other than that, you have to know how to score the ball. You really have to score the ball. You really had to have a package. And the referees wasn't gonna bail you out. Too many superstars now get bailed out. They get bailed out. Some of the stuff that I've seen is just like on the great Donahue, Tim Donahue, or whatever his name was, the dude that took the fall for everybody. And he even one used to tell people, and people say he was lying, how these games are fixed and everything like that. Of course it is. Of course, games are fixed, y'all. And for people to think that the games ain't fixed, y'all dumb. Case in mention, I don't even like football like that. I will give y'all the greatest example. And you can actually go back and watch the game yourself. Look at the Super Bowl when the Patriots came back and they beat the Falcons. When the game went into overtime, they gave I think it was first and goal, and he handed off to White. And White did not cross the plane. He did not cross the plane. He was literally 2 yards short. He was literally 2 yards short from the ball didn't even cross the white chalk. You can look it up. The man was short. And they called game over. Mind you, I'll never forget that night, because that was the night before I came out here. And I never forget, I was talking to my mom and my dad, and I was just like, hey, the Falcons, I was like, I just went to sleep. I was like, man, that's how I was finished packing up, making sure, because I ended up leaving like late, early Tuesday morning. Cause my bus came like about 12, like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere in there. And one of my childhood friends' father took me to came pick me up from my folks' house and took me to the bus station and everything like that. And I already knew that when I woke up and I seen that they won and I seen that he didn't cross the plane, I'm like, yup, the fix is in. The fix is in. And I could even take you back into that time when Peyton Manning, when they was getting destroyed in the Super Bowl. And I remember I read his lips clear on national TV. He looked at the referee. He was like, I want my part of the check for throwing this game off in the Super Bowl. So for y'all people don't think these sports ain't rigged to a certain extent, hell yeah it is. And y'all really think these people, they really let the best team wins all the fucking time? Hell the motherfucker no. In that case, how come Minnesota? I'm gonna name teams that ain't never. Let me look this up. There are 11 NBA teams. 11. That's what I thought. There's 11 NBA teams that never won a championship. Them teams are Brooklyn Nets, the Charlotte Hornets, the Denver Nuggets, Indiana Pacers, Clippers, Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Pelicans. 8. Who's the other 3? I said Memphis, Pelicans, the Phoenix Suns, Orlando Magic, and the Utah Jazz. Now, Jazz have been to the NBA Finals. Last time the Jazz was in the NBA Finals was Stockton and Malone. Now, Magic, when they was in Orlando, Dwight Howard and Shaq both. They've been there. Phoenix Suns made it to the finals of '76 and they lost to the Celtics. In '93 they lost to the Bulls. We go to the Pelicans. They ain't never won. They ain't never been there. And let me just continue to go up here. Minnesota, they ain't never made it. Memphis Grizzlies never made it. Clippers never won one. Pacers never won one. They won ABA titles. Now people don't know who the ABA is. Denver Nuggets never went to the finals. Charlotte Hornets never went there. And the Brooklyn Nets, they never won it. Them 11 teams right there. And out of them teams, you really only had two teams that really has been to the finals. Phoenix Suns just recently went to the finals last year too again. So they trying to redeem themselves. Now, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here and start my day. I've been up since 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, man. And early bird catches the worm. But you can best and believe I will be back here at 4:30 for Boston and the Bucks, followed by Warriors and the Grizz. Salute to everybody, man. Once again, man. Like I keep telling y'all, man. Signs and symbols rule everything in this world, man. Just pay attention to the signs, man. Just pay attention. Just pay attention to everything, man. Like I tell people, man. These folks telling themselves all the time. Watch the commercials, especially when it starts getting down to the nitty gritty. Just watch the commercials or shit like that. You can see who's going to actually make it to the motherfucking NBA. Who's going to make it to the finals. They always reveal themselves. They dictate it. So we just see. We already know that they ain't going to give these teams they fair chances, man. They ain't going to give these teams. If it was a fair chance, that should be a different NBA champion every year. But you got franchises. They love to be sorry. And you got a lot of NBA teams that have been sorry for years. Crying out loud, Toronto Raptors got a ring before the Clippers. Like that's just crazy to me. As long as the Clippers been an organization, they ain't never won one, but the Raptors already got one already. So like, share, subscribe, y'all. I'll be back at 4:30 for Bucks. They be hosting the Celtics. Will the Celtics come back and even the series? We'll figure that out. And will the Warriors continue to show their dominance? We'll see. And I'll holler at y'all later. Until then, I'll holler at y'all. It's 10 o'clock now. I'll holler at y'all that's in 6 hours from now. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.